So, in case you don't know who this man is, this is my old teacher and friend Tomo Fushida. You can check him out on Instagram, on YouTube, his guitar lessons, Guitar Wisdom.
Yes, thank you.
All linked down below. Check it out if you want to be an awesome guitar player. And I just have to say, first of all, thank you for coming down here.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking me to come here.
You are down here helping me out with my EP, Nashville Noises, which is also linked down below.
It's great because we've been talking. Let's do this one sometime. But then you didn't text me anything. Then all of a sudden you say, "How about Friday?"
Yep.
You're going home Saturday.
Yep.
You know.
In and out.
In and out.
Your time is valuable. I don't want to keep you.
Thanks so much.
So we're gonna go explore Nashville after we're done filming this video for you fine people.
Yeah.
There is a performance. I think it's from your VHS. Lessons.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and
Yes.
you're in this big auditorium.
Yeah.
And you're playing to just a metronome, and you're playing all these different feels.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can you demonstrate? Because there's some really awesome techniques if you haven't heard Tomo play before. There's some really cool rhythmic stuff that you do in the picking hand that I think.
But this one like.
Yes,
That
that's the one.
Yeah.
I remember that was one of my favorite
Thank you.
things that I've ever heard on the guitar. So can you like demonstrate if somebody wants to learn that kind of
Yeah. So like
thing?
a
Because that's like your signature.
Yeah, the
kicking
triplet thing. Yeah. So basically, you know, basic kind of funky groove. You know. Even this, I use this. This one.
So what's slow down if somebody wants to practice that? It's
Yeah. So the difficult part is like,
Down.
you know, like start from up. Then pretty fast at that point, you know.
Yeah.
Then I drag a little bit. So really can't hear.
right.
Yeah. So basically I'm kind of imitating like, you know, marching drums. John Mayer called me like sort of raking, you know, raking.
Yeah. Loose wrist.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. But funny part is, most of the stuff I use more from forearm, you know. That's the main thing. But then, so like a riff like. So basically, I do that. It's a little bit quick way, you know.
Yeah, like the slowed down version. It's almost impossible to do the motion slowly,
right,
Because
very
it's
difficult.
built on the snapping.
That's right. It's almost like a. That's correct. It's kind of. It's almost like a stretching, you know. That's why. Like if you try to do like this, it doesn't work.
And you're also sort of concentrating on the strings.
Yeah,
Like the
so this one. Yeah, so that it accelerate your guitar playing. That's the DVD. Then I made those section that I play metronome 60 and I play shuffle, swing, and funk.
Yeah.
I demonstrate how to play against the same beat but different feel.
Completely different feel, yeah.
Right.
It's an iconic video, in my life at least.
Thanks so much.
covered, in case you missed it, we covered the whole Berkeley situation. You teach at Berkeley
Right.
and you teach online, and you're just a man of many talents as far as the guitar goes. So what would you say, like, if somebody wants to improve their guitar playing, there aren't any shortcuts, but if there
Right.
were something as close to a shortcut as exists, what would that thing be that people can do for their guitar playing? It kind of makes a light bulb go on.
It just record yourself, definitely.
Oh, record yourself.
Yeah.
And that could mean recording yourself with a computer.
Yeah, I mean,
or
you know,
like with your iPhone, maybe.
Yeah, iPhone is good.
Anything that you can capture the sound.
Exactly, but you have to have a limitation. Because if you keep recording, and you're not going to listen, you know. So maybe you do 5 minutes, 10 minutes max.
What would you look for in these recordings if you're telling them to record themselves they never have before? What?
Cleanness of sound, cleanness, you know, means like, you know, no finger noise or no, you know. Also time. I have a metronome always near me. Means not every single day, but mostly I play.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think I have a perfect time. I'm just a normal guy. You know?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, maybe, but still
That's
I have
an
to work on
understatement.
it. So that's why I'm saying still metronome has to be once in a while.
And I think the same goes for techniques like bending, for example.
Yeah.
Like how do you practice bending? Can you demonstrate
Sure,
like how you would
the
go about
basic
that?
bending is like, you know, I play scale, like, you know. Like that. The reason is, I used to practice, you know, blues, like, any note sounds good, you know, right? That's the problem. But if you play C scale, it has to be in tuned, you know, or and I used to practice this a lot because I really thought I really have to work on. Also, I sometimes pinch notes so that I can hear. Like
Well,
that.
so you're getting a pinch harmonic with no pick.
Right. So this way, right? Watch. Almost like getting cat. I used to practice, right, in the basement. My wife said, "Are you okay?
Is everything okay down there?"
Yeah, because I'm working.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
This is important work I'm doing right now.
Exactly. Same thing, over and over.
That's similar to what I do. I mean,
do?
I'll play a note.
Yeah.
And important no vibrato and all steps.
Right. See,
And then
good
you
point.
add the vibrato afterwards,
That's
because I
right.
feel like you can kind of get into this phase where you're like,
Yeah.
and like that's not in tune, but
Yeah. So what's happening? Like, you know, if you practice part of a performance, that's not really practicing. That's really playing. So practice, you have to think really deeply about what to change or what to improve. Really, you really have to change. So that's why you said a really good thing. No vibrato, because once you have a vibrato, it's not practice. You're enjoying, entertaining. So
unless you're practicing vibrato, I suppose.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I will say though, that's a good point there, that the art of practice, if you want to look at it like that way, it is an art form. You have to get good at the skill of practice.
Yes.
It's a different mindset than performance, for example,
That's right.
or really anything else.
Yeah.
When you sit down to practice, it's a tough thing, and that's why not a lot of people.
That's why interesting, you know, internet people always ask me, so Tomo, when you're playing, what are you thinking? So that's questions wrong sometimes, because you have to ask, when you're performing, what are you thinking? When you practice, what are you thinking? It's two different things.
So what are you thinking?
Oh,
when you
food.
practice. About food.
Yeah. What to eat? No. But when I practice, think about like a lot of things, triads or, you know, chord changes, or think about a lot of possibilities, you know.
Yeah.
When I perform, already I have done that.
Yes.
So I just enjoy more about conversation in music.
It's basically turning off the practice part of your brain.
That's right. I have to
perform.
Yeah. But when I practice, I cannot just jam.
Mm-hmm.
But again, jam has two meanings for me. Jam, experimenting idea, that's good jam. But jam, satisfying, play over the backing track, not really working. If you have a mindset, like a practice mindset, I'm going to do something different or change, then you're channeling into develop something. So that jam more meaningful. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of go-to methods other than putting on a backing track? Because I feel like it's harder to come up with stuff without that.
Oh, of course.
So
that's
what
why.
would you like accompanying yourself? Be
Yeah,
the answer,
that's
or?
why I practice more rhythm guitar. For example, simple stuff that first thing. Like that riff, but even this, a lot of people. It's almost like so quickly, but you have to go. But also. See, dynamics.
It's like a volume knob on your.
Yeah, I have a pick has a volume. So
Seems like it.
No. But so like that, yeah, it's rhythmic. So if you do. The other day I was teaching students who can't really come up with melody because thinking about E minor pentatonic so much.
Right.
So this is like that. But then I taught first, basic bass line. And I taught sing. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Like that. So singing part is different than bass.
Yeah.
So you have to think more.
Some of the best melodies are ones that you're able to sing.
That's right.
So
Also, this
your,
is
your favorite pop song that you love to hate.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's on the radio on the top 40s because that melody is able to be sung by
But
anyone.
even that topic about always people say you have to sing what you play, but sometimes people do wrong thing. You sing something you already know.
Oh.
See this one practice. So in other words, words said you have to play, you have to sing, right? But then some people do. Almost like pentatonic shape that you just follow singing. That's not really singing. Do you know what I mean?
Right. The playing is dictating the singing.
So in other words, sometimes you literally understand the words, but then a lot of meanings. So you have to be careful to understand. A little bit, take your time.
What because you have a lot of music that you've recorded yourself.
Yes.
What melodies comes to mind that sort of demonstrates this? Do you have one like from maybe Kyoto? Or?
Yeah, Kyoto. Even Kyoto, like like pickup. So this one, right? Minor song.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little jazzy, and everybody has a kind of similar melody. So I have to really play like singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to really work on when not to play, because it's easy to sustain every note. So that's took me a while to really figure it out. But if you watch my finger, right? It's a pentatonic. Same note. So I use the same melody, but then different chords.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did that.
Getting a lot of mileage out of that phrase.
That's right. So phrasing took me a while to understand, like an R&B. Like I have sort of kind of signature, like so if I play blues or funk. See, like that kind of a.
It's like dancing. On
Yeah. But I'm using common tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not major pentatonic. Because if you think major pentatonic, so. So this is my secret. I go to Japan. I told you a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 times a year.
Yeah.
This is I do. Way home. Back from Japan.
When you're coming back. Yeah.
All I listen Japanese pop music.
Ooh.
To steal melody.
Nice.
Yeah.
No one will ever suspect it.
So but. But that's really famous Japanese, one of the Japanese pop songs, Pom Pom Pom.
Pom pom pom.
Yeah. Anyway, the melody, it's really somebody wrote exactly what to do.
You mentioned it's hard to not sustain notes, and I imagine that's harder if you have an awesome overdrive pedal.
That's right.
Which you brought a couple to our session.
This is genre for TF.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we only limited for 300. This one does.
This is like your signature pedal.
Signature
right?
pedal, right? Similar to genre, but a little bit more. It's like cleaner. So like regular sound. On. Almost the same.
Just like boosted with a little bit more.
It's a little bit more like clarity and a little bit more shiny. Without it. See, a little bit when I push there, it's reach. But if I don't have it, it's okay. But this one, it's just
adds a little bit of extra sauce on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like a salt and pepper, just a little bit. And then this new one, Tube Screamer, it's like so this one that goes like this. It's a little bit more sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like. This one really nice because a little bit between Vemram and Tube Screamer. So that TS 808 9 kind of bites, but it's a bit more like dynamics in it.
Play a little bit over this B minor to
Yeah.
G major with and go through both pedals so we can see.
Yeah, yeah. Something like that.
That's cool. I really like comparing them that way because do you find that different pedals sort of influence your phrasing and things like that just based on the reaction to the strings and things like that?
Yes, that's what it does.
The TSV 808 is the more sustainy, kind of more lead.
Yeah, more lead,
Close
exactly.
To, and that was the one that we used at the end of the
very
song
end so yeah.
that we recorded, which I'll pop in a little sample right now. You brought this guitar from home. Is there any particular reason why you picked this one? Because you have a lot of vintage Strats.
Right, I do a lot of things, but I thought, your music is very original. So I thought, I don't want to color with my, particular sounds too much of a vintage, this, that. So then this guitar, so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, Strat cast a type of single coil, but really PRS, it's really different. It's really, a lot of people think this is just a copy of a Strat, similar shape, but to me it's every detail. I check everything. I took out the screw longer. That's already Usually people remake something. They don't bother few things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
I wonder if anybody else has picked up that the pickguard screws are actually a little longer than
and
traditional.
then I look at the back. Each pickup is same, and I contact them. Is that screw? Yeah, they say. That's pretty amazing. That usually Strat pickups, little bit more wound. You know what I mean? This is exactly three the same.
Interesting.
That's really good. Technique to do whole a picture.
So you teach Skype lessons, which for now, I guess people can still. I'm trying to do a little less because I really want to focus on my Guitar Wisdom. So basically, Guitar Wisdom is your learning platform. Just like I have Guitar Super System, you have Guitar Wisdom. It's your teaching. People can subscribe and learn anything from improv to blues
guitar, slap guitar, those fast, triplets, muting technique. And also, I teach a lot of philosophy. How to use my notebook. I showed a notebook. A lot of people has notebook now. Yeah, how to organize life, all that stuff, Wow. So a little bit of that's why Guitar Wisdom. Not only teach guitar parts, but also a little bit about you have to appreciate first you do anything. Because if you feel negative feeling, nothing work. Something like that. You know what I mean?
It's good philosophy.
Yeah. So everything I do teach at Berkeley or Skype or private, but I realize I'm getting older, very limited my time. I have to practice. I have to write a song. In order to do everything, and I have to rely on technology.
Yes.
So this way, actually, I can share my philosophy, my teaching skill, and everything to anybody in the world. Not only people has enough money, but somebody has little less money, but still. $10 a
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer, and I'm gonna have to subscribe so I can learn that triplet thing. Or maybe you can show me while you're here. When the cameras are off.
Oh yeah, I'll do. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, thank you for coming down here again. And
let's do this again. Call me again.
We shall. Listen to the song that Tomo's on. It's called 89. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep shredding.